Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of Let's Wikipedia. And the topic of today is Pokémon GO.
Pokémon.
They're everywhere. Go. So if you check the news of the last few weeks, global mobile gaming market re-energized by Pokémon GO. Pokémon GO teenagers spark Hastings lifeboat search. Hiroshima wants Pokémon GO players to go away. PewDiePie, the most popular YouTuber probably, has made a life hack to go out and search for Pokémon with a drone. Okay, 2 people are injured in Pokémon GO accidents. Pokémon GO shootout in Las Vegas. Yeah, so these are the news that are really a little bit scary. People are naming their babies after Pokémon. So Pokémon GO is unavoidable at the moment. But why? Okay, let's find out. Pokémon GO, which is also written with a capitalized GO, is a free-to-play, location-based, augmented reality game developed by Niantic for iOS and Android devices. So it's free-to-play, which means it's free to install, but you have in-app purchases, so you can spend money on it. Location-based means that where you actually are yourself with your cell phone has an impact on how you can play the game and on what you can do at the moment. Augmented reality game. So augmented reality, according to Wikipedia, is a live, direct or indirect view of a physical, real-world environment whose elements are augmented, which also means supplemented, by computer-generated sensory input such as sound, video, graphics or GPS data. So here you see an example of a real-world picture, the hand, with an animated figure put on top of it. And the company Niantic, which developed the game, was actually an internal startup of Google before it was spun out of Google just in October 2015. So not even 1 year before Pokémon GO was released. And Niantic also developed the game Ingress before, which has some similar augmented reality elements inside of the game, but it did not turn as popular as Pokémon GO. So the game was released in most regions of the world in July of 2016. So if you have a look at the world map, we can see that the red countries here, so the USA, Australia, New Zealand, were the first countries where Pokémon GO was released. And by now the game has reached Europe, Canada and Japan. But there are still a lot of black spaces here on the map where you cannot play Pokémon GO at the moment. But maybe in the future there will be like some Pokémon that you can only find in Africa or in South America or the South Pole. So if you turn to Wikipedia now and have a look, you will probably find more colored countries than I do at the time of this recording, because the game has not even been out for 1 month at the moment. So inside of the game, players use the smartphones, GPS and camera to capture, battle and train virtual creatures called Pokémon, who appear on the screen as if they were in the same real-world location as the player. Okay, so they write smart device because you can also play it on a tablet and not only on a mobile phone. And the game supports in-app purchases, which are used for additional gameplay items. Like for example, you can buy these Pokeballs to catch some wild Pokémons. Pokémon GO was released to mixed reviews. Some reviewers praised the game's concept and the incentive to be more active in the real world, while criticizing technical issues apparent at launch. So I heard about a study that this game had more impact on the health than some programs by governments to get the young people outside and active.
Please don't quote me on that. It has some impact for sure.
Like before, a lot of nerds, they were just sitting in front of the computer and playing their shooter games or other online games with online friends they never met before. And now you find a lot of these players outside and interacting with real human beings, but in kind of an awkward situation. It's a lot of people are standing next to each other with the smartphones out and just looking down at the smartphone. For sure, people that play Pokemon Go, they spend more time walking around and outside in the nature, meeting other people than people that play Minecraft or some computer games.
He was always so safe here, shooting in a virtual world with other people, and now he goes outside and plays with real people. It could be hurt, it could be danger. He's playing outside and he meets real people there, not his online friends. Ugh.
Pokemon Go stabbing, 3 men knifed after fight. So the technical issues were mostly server problems, and some people got really angry when they were outside and hunting Pokemon and then they did not have access to the app and could not catch Pokemon. Despite such reviews, it quickly became an overnight global phenomenon and one of the most used mobile apps, reportedly having been downloaded by more than 75 million people worldwide. Despite such reviews. So despite the fact that you have to be more active in the real world, it was still downloaded by people. Pokemon Go could help you lose weight. Pokemon Go has gotten gamers up off their sofas and outside into the great outdoors. The great outdoors. They found that if you manage to catch 60 Pokemon every day, you could lose a pound of weight within 4.9 days if you're male and 5.8 days if you're female. And if you catch 100 Pokemon per day, which is very typical if you are a little bit overweight and if you want to lose 1 pound, you don't have a job, you don't go to school, you just run around catching Pokemon, you need 3 days to lose a pound. It was credited with popularizing location-based and augmented reality gaming, as well as for promoting physical activity. However, it has also attracted controversy for contributing to accidents and becoming a public nuisance at some locations. So for example, there was like a video where one guy shouted that he found a very rare Pokemon and all people from the other side of the street just start running and they don't look at the cars, they just run on the other side to catch this rare Pokemon that didn't even exist. It was a prank, so it can become very dangerous, especially if crowds of people, you get this crowd phenomenon. So you still should give the priority to the real world and second priority to the Pokemon world, because if a car hits you, gameplay. Let's have a look at the description of the gameplay here. So first of all, you need a game account and then you create an avatar by selecting hair, skin, etc. And once you have the avatar, it's displayed on a map and it uses the player's current geographical location. And features on the map include Pokestops and Pokemon gyms. So the Pokestops provide players with items such as eggs, Pokeballs and potions, and they can be equipped with items called lures, which attract wild Pokemons. So you can hatch the eggs if you walk around under a certain speed. The Pokeballs, you need to capture these crazy creatures. Gyms serve as battle locations for team-based King of the Hill matches. And these places of interest might be a problem because they might be places where other people that don't play Pokemon also need to go, and where other people also walk around, and therefore there could be some conflicts between people that play Pokemon and people that want to go to their grave on the graveyard, for example. The locations are actually repurposed from Ingress for the previous game from Niantic. Let's have a look at some of the screenshots that we have here. So this is like the typical view you have on the map. So either you have to walk, or you buy yourself a drone or some remote control boat or helicopter, I don't know, to get around. So this is an augmented reality view, where you see one Pokemon called Dodu. And you have the Pokeball down here, which you have to throw at the Pokemon, at the Dodu, for capturing it. And probably you spin it before, and then you just throw it there. And if you're lucky, you capture it. And here you can see some players in Alaska, which are at one of the Pokestops. They're socializing by meeting each other and looking at their mobile phones. Imagine they would all have drones. As players move within their real world surroundings, their avatar moves within the game's map. Different Pokemon species reside in different areas of the world. The ultimate goal of the game is to complete the entries in the Pokédex, which is the comprehensive Pokemon encyclopedia, by capturing and evolving to obtain the original 151 Pokemon. The concept was already from 2014 by Satoru Iwata of Nintendo and Tsunekatsu Ishihara of the Pokémon Company as an April Fool's Day collaboration with Google called Pokémon Challenge. Ishihara was a fan of developer Niantic's previous trans reality game Ingress, and saw the game's concept as a perfect match for the Pokemon series. And around the Pokemon GO universe there are also a lot of gadgets evolving. Like one is the Pokemon GO Plus, which is a Bluetooth device that will give you a notification if a Pokemon is nearby, or a Pokestop. And if we have a look at the commercial response to Pokemon GO, so after releasing Pokemon GO, Nintendo's share price rose by 10%, and 1 week later the shares rose to as high as 50%. And the total market value from Nintendo increased by $9 billion within 5 days of the release of Pokemon GO. Crazy! Let's have a look at the story of the original Pokemon. Originally, Pokemon was a media franchise managed by the Pokemon Company, a Japanese consortium between Nintendo, Game Freak and Creatures. The franchise was created by Satoshi Tajiri in 1995 and is centered on fictional creatures called Pokemon, which humans, known as Pokemon trainers, catch and train to battle each other for sport. So actually this article gives more information on the actual reason to catch these Pokemon. So you are a Pokemon trainer and you catch them, train them and battle them. The franchise began as a pair of video games for the original Game Boy. The franchise now spans video games, trading card games, animated television shows and movies, comic books and toys. Pokemon is the second most successful and lucrative video game based media franchise in the world, behind only Nintendo's Mario franchise. Which means that Nintendo has the two most popular, successful and lucrative franchises.
Video game-based media franchises.
In the world. I think that's it for now. player was mistaken for a bank robber. So this is tempting if you have an autopilot that you don't have to look at the street all the time and you can play Pokémon